Hey guys, this is Hollywood, and in this video, I'm kind of just going to show you the aircraft that I have. Well, not the aircraft, because there is lots of aircrafts in this game, but I'm just going to show you my favorites, and kind of how well they fly. So this one here is the E-flite A-10 Thunderbolt 2 64mm EDF. And it has retracts, flaps. As you can see, it's got elevator, dual rudder, and everything. So let's see how well this one flaps. Let me try to keep it straight. Gear up, inverted. This one actually flies really smooth. And yes, I have flown this one before because, as you can tell, it's pretty fun to fly. Alright, now let's give this one a proper landing, just so we can see how well it handles landings. Ooh, that was probably my worst landing ever with this. So that one's actually pretty nice flying. The second aircraft that I'm going to be flying is the E-flite Beechcraft RC-45J 1.5 meters, which is the same one that I have, just in the game. As you can tell, it has the differential thrusting, has an elevator, dual rudders, flaps, ailerons, and gear retracts. Let's see how well this one flies. And as you've seen, I don't know how many people have seen this thing fly, but it can handle some maneuvers, but not like, oh my god, stuff. It can definitely do some maneuvers, but nothing too fancy. I just try to do a snap roll. It can't really do stunts. It does handle inverts, but not as good as the E-10 Warthog. It's still a really nice flyer. Just like that. Now, for the landing, you obviously gotta have the gear down, and I like to do around 50% flaps and a little, well, obviously a lot more than half, maybe around 1/4% throttle. And this is for a scale landing. Now, scale landings I like to think of as smooth landings. I always try to have smooth landings, and that wasn't too bad. That was one of my better landings with this, which wasn't too bad. Now, another one that I actually have in real life is the E-flite Carbon Z Cessna 152.1 meters, and I do run the 6S on this. This one here is actually really nice. It has flaps, ailerons, elevator, rudder, and it's actually how I fly it. I don't fly maneuverable with it, but if you really want to, this thing can definitely get maneuverable. So let's just go with an inverted pass. It can handle it. It can definitely do stunts. Here's it for a snap roll. Not bad. Better than the Beechcraft. And personally, for the landings, I do not do flap just because it's already a big, giant glider. So the landings for me are pretty much always really smooth. And just like mine, it actually does have the two blade, which is really nice. So another one which I've flown in real life, not RC, I'm talking in real life, is the Piper Cherokee. This is running on 4S. Not bad for maneuverability. How was loops? Actually, really tight loops, which is really good. Alright. So for flying, it can definitely fly straight. Now let's see how good of a landing I can do. Let's try 50% flap, 50% throttle till I come in around this turn. Give her some rudder. Drop her down to around 25% throttle. And let's stick it for the landing. Now that's probably the smoothest landing because normally it's like 15 bounces or the wings just come off. So that's actually a really nice aircraft. It's got rudder, elevator, ailerons, and flaps. Let's raise the flaps. Now this one does not have the retracts, as you can see. So let's go with another good one. The Sirius SR22T 1.5 meters. I also have this one in real life. This one has ailerons, elevator, rudder, and flaps. Now this one I've only ever flown in this game about once or twice. Jeez, this thing's definitely fast and maneuverable on 4S. How well can I handle snap roll? Way too chaotic. Alright, now let's try to make this a smooth landing. So we're coming in, let's try a no flap landing. Not full flap. See how well this one goes. That's actually pretty good of a landing. It's not always that good for me with this one. That's why I'm scared to fly it. Ooh, the Draco. This one isn't like, oh my god to me. It's pretty big, but it's not my favorite. Can definitely do a little bit of stunts, but nothing too crazy. Can kind of hover there for a second. Now, so good of a landing. Probably be a lot better if I didn't crash it. Alright. Ooh. The C-130 pretty much look alike. As you can tell, this one does not have the thrust differentials. It has rudder. No retract, sadly, but it does have a gear. Well, a door in the back, which is nice. It has elevators, flaps, as you can see. See how well this one goes. I'm actually going to try to get this one in real life, so I can fly over my friend's house and drop them stuff. Let's do a loop. Not bad. Why is that so good at snap rolls? Well, it was good at snap rolls until I crashed it. Let's just give this one more shot. I did not think this thing would handle so good with the snap roll. This is probably more... That's just crazy. Wow. This thing handles the snap rolls better than most stunt planes that I've flown. And landing was hard. But still really nice. The only thing is, if you have that gate down in the back, you can't take off. The second you put it up though, you can take right off. This thing is definitely fun. Alright. Now let's try the Extra 300. I actually know a guy at my field that has one of these. Let's see how this thing flies. Not bad. Ooh, lost track of which way it's going for a second. Definitely learned how to fly stunt before I just go up in a stunt aircraft. You can definitely do some stunts. Not bad. also don't know. Wow, that's really good at stun. Like apples. Alright, now let's see how smooth of a landing I can make this aircraft. Oh. Wasn't bad. Definitely wasn't too smooth. Let's go with... Now, this one is really small. F-15, that one handles really chaotic, but I'll give it a shot. Man, this thing sounds terrible. Has no retracts. It's being so small. It can do a loop, but I wouldn't. Oh, jeez. That wasn't too good. Like I said, it's definitely way too much aileron, whatever, the type of aircraft that it is. You can tell it's, you know. Alright, so the E-flite F-16 Falcon 80mm with ordnance. This one has retracts. That's an elevator, aileron, flap, I believe, rudder. Sadly, you can't drop anything off of this. Gears up. This one does handle pretty well, especially with rolls and stuff. Now, it's definitely not as maneuverable as the F-16 Thunderbirds edition, but it's still really nice, especially when you go to do a snap roll. It's actually really good. Alright, but it's actually so far really fun to fly. I definitely want to get one in real life, but I definitely got to learn how to fly jets first. Alright, so apparently you gotta be going real slow to turn this. Jeez. Alright, now the Thunderbirds. This is the 70mm, but goes a heck of a lot faster. And I'm pretty good at flying this one. The gears up. And we're coming around. Look at how fast that roll is. Let me just come. As you can tell, it's definitely fast. Now, just because that was a crash, I'm going to come back and do a landing. And try to make it a good landing. And here's how well it's actually going to be. Or we will find out. Wasn't too bad. Ooh. Shouldn't have landed on the grass. But it slows me down a lot better. Now let's go with one of my favorite aircrafts. The Corsair. Now this is a 1.2 meter. That's still fine. This one has flaps, elevator, rudder, and retracts. Now the retractable landing gear is always nice, just so you can so much go a lot faster. This one has a really good turning radius, better than the F-16. The aileron rolls aren't too good. They're pretty good, but they're not best. It can handle inverts pretty well. Snap roll time. It's not too bad. It's definitely not stunt plane material, though. Now here is landing. I'm going to try to make this a nice landing. Ooh, that's pretty rough. Definitely could have been better with some pilot flying error for that landing. So there is a 3S and a 4S mode. I was flying on 4S. So let's go with another of my aircraft that I actually fly. I fly mine with slots just because that's how it came. And it is fun to fly. This one is pretty good at snap rolls, unless you crash it. But it has flaps, aileron. It has everything but retracts. And the one I have is the night version. So this is a stunt aircraft, I believe. So it can definitely do some stunts. Definitely not too good at flying this when I try to do stunts. Uh-oh. Keep forgetting my mouse moves. That always causes errors for me. Here, let me just try this landing one more time because that was kind of sad that my mouse moved. Pretty hard of a landing. Definitely have done that a little. Ooh, the P-47 Razorback with some ordnance. It's got elevator, aileron, flaps, retracts, rudder, and of course throttle. It always has to have throttle to fly. This one isn't too bad with the aileron rolls, and also we don't really have much speed on it either to see. Yeah, it's not bad. It can definitely handle stuff. Snap rolls are pretty terrible on this. You also got to think it's not really designed for stunts. It's more designed for ground assist. That's why there's bombs and rockets to assist the ground troops. This one I've only flown a handful of times, but overall it's still a really nice aircraft. I've seen the big versions of these fly at Warbirds and Classics over Delaware, which you can see on my Facebook page, which I might tag, or I might just post the videos on here. But still really nice. This also has the 3S and 4S modes. Here's one that I am also a big fan of. I have the smaller one. This one has front and back retracts. It's got everything. You can tell the P factor is definitely there because of how it rolled, or tried to roll. This one handles really well. Personally, I love the P-51s. I think last time I counted was around 10 RC and non-RC, as in die-cast or plastic models. But the P-51s always will have a special place in my heart just for the way that they handle. Now, here we come for a landing, and I'm going to try to make this one look nice. Wasn't too bad. Definitely could have been better. Still wasn't too bad. Here is another DLC aircraft. It is the E-flite SNJ-5 AT-6 Texan. It's another 1.5 meter. This one has flaps, everything. But it's only the front tube landing that goes up, as you can see. And I will do a low flyby just so you can see that it is just the front. Well, let's do a low and slow flyby, or as slow as I can. So as you can see, the rear landing gear is still down, which is absolutely okay. Especially because it's a 1.5 meter, which isn't too big. But still, really nice aircraft. I would like to own the one that in real life. Definitely handle a little bit of stunts, but personal experience, definitely can't. Well, it can handle inverts, but it's not too good, personally. It's all about pilot flying now. If I don't hit into that pole. That was probably the smoothest. I have no clue what that sound is every time I land. Sounds like me hitting the hard deck. But you got the 1.2 meter T-28, which I have in real life, and the 1.1, which are really nice. Ooh, Night Timber, or the E-flite Timber X 3D version. Now this one has a lot more room for moving. Let's show you. So look at how much that moves. Right there is just an insane amount. Actually not too bad. That, wow. Those snap rolls are definitely hard to kind of control, but as you can tell, it's still manageable. And here is the landing, which actually wasn't too bad. I do love this aircraft. The only thing is the landing gear broke, but it's still nice. Now another one that I actually have in real life that I recently bought is the E-flite Ultra Stick 1.1 meter. This one is also a stunt aircraft, I believe, but hey, it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's as good as the Night Timber 3D version, but with how it's pretty much exactly the same on all sides, makes it really nice. Now here is the landing for it. Really nice. Now, my question is, does it have flaps? Which I don't really know. Okay, so it does not have flaps. That's okay. What other aircraft are in the E-flite that I like? The V-22 Osprey isn't too bad, which I just noticed that it has a little thing. Now, unlike the real one, you can take off from the ground, or you can do the transition to multi-rotor, which is like a helicopter, which is still really cool. Transitioning to a multi-rotor, and now it's a drone. As you can see, it is like a drone. And you can just come here to switch to airplane, and it's definitely a little shaky, and also a pain to fly. But, as you can tell, I can slightly handle it. Now another good one, which I would like to fly, is this one. It's the Twin Otter. It has no retracts. I believe it has flaps. Yes, it does. It has elevator, a little bit of movement, but that's okay. It's got rudder, and pretty good takeoff. Not bad roll rate, especially because of how not too bad at the snap rolls, but still really nice overall. Now here is the landing. Ooh, that was terrible. But that's pretty much all of my E-flite aircraft that is my favorite. Now if you guys would like, I can do a video of me going over every E-flite, which is everything from the A-10, which is there, all the way down to the Viper 90mm EDF. But if you would like for me to, well, if you would like to see that video, please comment down below, and I will see you in the next video.